the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here with the iRacing Superspeedway. iRacing, Dave, I messed up already. iRacing Premier Superspeedway Series, and we're at iRacing Superspeedway. My name is Karastolvas. I have Dave in the cave with me already. That's mostly because Dave's in the cave and didn't have anything else to do. So Dave, welcome.
What up, man? Glad to be back once again. Back at another super speedway. There's going to be a lot of super speedway words, so I would expect a little bit of tongue twisting to go on here tonight. Hopefully these guys don't have as much twisted metal by the end of this week's installment of the OP Premier Racing Series. So, I mean, KR, after last week's bit of a struggle, drivers are going to stretch things out here on one of the biggest super speedways on the simulator and the platform. So we'll see how they corral the trucks here tonight. Looks like for the moment, quick time belongs to Gabe Butler out front, 57.74.
Yeah, Butler having the quick time right now. Tyler Miller just qualifying in 6th place. Zach Workman taking over the pole just like that. Workman with a quick time at 57.68.
Interesting to see these guys under the 1 minute mark. A handful of them were struggling, KR. In happy hour, I kept my eye on the timing and scoring being flashed up by the teams. Maybe they were holding back a little bit. Seen pack style racing down around that 53-second mark. So a little bit surprised to see these guys putting in these 57, well, mid 57 to low 58. 23 drivers in. What do we got? About 12 left to go?
Yeah, and less than 30 seconds to get going. So some of them aren't going to turn a qualifying time. And with less than 30 seconds, that means it's time for our national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our field is taking to the grid, waiting on just a few more seconds before we begin rolling out. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one here at iRacing Superspeedway. Zach Workman with his quick time at 57.689 will start on pole position, and to his outside, that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Peter DeBorgia and Robert DuPont make up row number 2. Row 3 going to be Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 4, Tyler Miller and the 81 of Dustin Logston. Row 5 will be Adam Strom and the 12 of Zach Fritsch.
Well, in the field here tonight, going to start inside row number 6 behind the wheel of the 11 machine, Kenny Reel, with the 63 of Logan Delton just to his outside, Richard Kuhn and Les Levy in row number 7. Back in row number 8 here tonight from iRacing Superspeedway, the 17 machine of Jimmy Reynolds and the 6 of Bubba Winningham. Everett Lane and Dave Hunt in row 9, Adam Kilday and Sean McCarroll round out your top 20.
Row number 11 will be Jeff Crosby Sr. and Eric Laurie. Nate Warren and Josh Ball will be in row 12. Row 13 will be Shane Ward and Vicente Guerrero. Row 14, Sean Stevens and Stephen Luttrell. Row 15, David Overstreet and Steve Rada.
Mark Mann going to start inside of whatever row he happens to be at in the back of the field. Going to start in that 31st starting position. Dan Harrington just to his outside. Andrew Schroeder and Lane McNeese. Rob Connor's going to fill out the field. Pace truck in KR. Let's set them loose.
Green flag is out for the first time here at iRacing Superspeedway. The 19 and the 88 both getting equal starts here, but already we can see that second lane really fell apart very quick. That gives the advantage down to the inside lane.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye back here around that second pack where it had that big breakdown, and it just looks like drivers just fanning out trying to get to the bottom early here, so we may see a few of the owners, after spending a lot of money at last week's race weekend, maybe the pockets got hit a little too hard, maybe trying to save a little sheet metal.
Field makes its way off of turn number 4, coming around to lead the first lap. Looks like Jeff Crosby Jr. trying to get a run to lead this lap. He's going to get a huge surge, and the 33 is going to lead lap 1. Zach Workman had the lead coming off of turn number 4. Going into turn 1, he's going to be in 4th.
A big push from the 2 of Tyler Miller. Got that 33 going on the high side, up and around down to the bottom of the racetrack. There goes Workman trying to fight back, a little bit out of shape as the 42 all over the tail end. Peter DeBorgia looking to get back to victory lane once again. A lot of hungry drivers still in this field. Whoa, oh my God, man. These guys dropping down from that top side, man. They ain't wasting no time on that clear side.
Talked about Peter DeBorgia. Let's take a look and see what, you know what, it's not working right now. I gotta reset it all. Give me just a moment here.
So driver's gonna still stay side by side at the front for the moment though, KR. So front four starting to step away just a little bit. A lot of snaking at a turn 2 in the exit of 4. So looks like the truck's struggling a little bit, but it's still early here tonight. Hard charging. 2 trucks on the high side. Looks like the Borgia gonna jump out from second, take over the top lane. See if that 42 can't get up there and challenge for the race lead. Ooh, covered it off the corner. What a move.
And Peter DeBorgia picking up the win last week. Zach Workman finishing second. Gabe Butler the third step of the podium. Then David Overstreet, Vicente Guerrero rounded out your top 5. Our stage winners were Dustin Longston and Zach Workman. Zach Workman picked up his second stage win of the season. Gabe Butler still with 4 stage wins. Everyone else with 1 as Zach Workman goes into the wall. He's getting airborne. He's on his lid. Workman going for a big tumble.
Kick flip, cuz. Seen it on Tony Hawk Pro Skater once.
Yeah, well, Zach Workman tried to do a kick flip. So our first yellow flag comes out 4 laps into this one. Logan Helton had just turned the fastest lap of the race at a 50.122. So that's our benchmark now, a 50.122. We'll see if anyone else can go faster. I do expect to see that time come down.
And I'm just keeping my eye on that 19 of Workman. It looks like he's able to get it to pit lane, but that happening back on that backstretch. It's a long way to go with a torn up motor. Definitely going to be spending one of those quick fixes here, so we'll see how that dictates his pace for the rest of the evening. Looks like most of the field gonna decide to stay out on track for the moment, KR. So 4 laps in. Drivers are going to be able to save fuel now. Are they going to need to stop before the end of stage 1?
I think they're going to have to pit one more time for sure. But we're watching a replay here. Zach Workman and Nate Warren. Hard contact for each truck. Down the backstretch, again, another shot at the 19 as you see Nate Warren sends the 19 into the air for a second time. Warren just nowhere to go.
It honestly, from my vantage point, didn't really look like a off-center push or an unsquare, push. Didn't seem to be anything too malicious. Just sometimes things don't quite pan out the way that they're supposed to.
Want to give a shout out to Miss Maxine and William Luttrell, both of them cheering for their favorite drivers. We got one cheering for Logan Helton. We got one cheering for Stephen Luttrell. I'll let you figure out which one's which.
Well, I mean, the reading is a little bit hard. Unless there's symbols and numbers, I have a lot of problems.
Peter DeBorgia electing to not come into his pit stall. They did not make a pit stop just yet. We'll see. We'll see if the 42 Borgia is going to hit pit road. Looks like he's going to come down pit lane and pop off that fuel tank.
Yeah, and once again, I think I may be receiving a little bit of false information on a little bit of my timing scoring. I'm showing Crosby and Miller not pitting either, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with the timing scoring, but we'll see if we can't get that fixed up on my NKR and we can stay on track with everything else. But yeah, man, a long way to go. See what happens, man. I'm thinking these guys get to 47. I think they got a minute.
They get to 47.
47 on the lap time. I think we'll crack. If we can get a good 6-7 laps going, we can get a good field of cars moving. I'm thinking we can crack into that 47-second bracket.
I don't know. We haven't seen that in practice. We got down to the low 50s. But nobody was in the big groups.
I think they got more in it than that.
They just might.
50 Cent. I'll buy the pizza tonight.
Okay.
If they get it, then you buy the pizza forever.
I'll buy my pizza.
Wait a minute. Why do I still have to pay for mine? That's crazy.
It's just part of it, Dave. Just part of
The second chair.
it. Pace truck out of the way. Jeff Crosby Jr., Tyler Miller lead this field to the next green flag, and here we go. Back at it, Dave, as the field heads off for turn number 1.
Yeah, big run coming to the start of, well, the restart of the race right there. Both the inside lane and outside lane. Whoa, big trouble there as the two completely sideways. More trouble behind them, and I believe we got a quick second caution. Trouble at the front, and they are continuing to still crash.
Wow. That was a big one going off into turn number 1. Let's see here, I'm gonna back this up. On board with Gabe Butler as he is on the binders. Gonna come to a complete stop. It started with Tyler Miller getting out of shape. Miller able to save it and keep going. The trouble behind him.
Just a bit of a mess, really, right there.
Yeah, a mess is one way to say it.
It can't be good for the splitter either. Come down off the track like that.
No, can't be good for radiators nosing into things either.
It'd be alright. We don't need radios in these things.
All right, so this has brought everybody, almost everybody, on the pit road. I take that back. It did bring everyone on the pit lane. 2 tire stop for Kenny Reel, Everett Lane, and Josh Ball.
A lot of 2 tire stops, it looks like. It's like Crosby might be the first taker of 4 tires back there. Back there around, what is that going to be? Restarting 4th?
Yeah, I'm not sure I trust that information. I'm showing the same
All right.
stats, but he comes off 4th when everyone else took 2 tires. So, I don't know. That one went a little wonky on my timing and scoring too.
Interesting. We're gonna have to get people about this.
I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter.
To your congressman.
Oh no, I'm not gonna waste that kind of time.
Or stamp. Do they even use stamps anymore?
Yes.
The things we find ourselves talking about it, but stamps are a thing. You can buy them.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's the only way you can mail something.
Nah, I just go right into the little kiosk thing that's right there. You press in where you need it to go. Doot, 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 doot. Print. Well, then you pay, and then you print. Boom, label on the box. There it goes.
You can buy stamps if you want. Do it old school.
Interesting.
I haven't been in a post office in a long time. I didn't know it was kiosks now.
Oh yeah, you can go inside of your some of the post office, at least in our area, and you don't even have to deal with those people at the counter. You can just walk over, put in the address, you weigh it, it charges you, you pay it, prints you a little label, you slap it on it, and go drop it in the box, just like that.
Interesting.
It's a beautiful thing. You got to get out of the country a little bit, man. I mean, I'm country as could be. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the only thing more country to me is, never mind. We're not going to go that route with it, but yeah. I mean, go to the big city, man. You got to venture out every now and again.
Oh hell no, that shit's annoying.
I'm gonna just stop and leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I've been to some big cities. It's not cool. Not cool, man.
Not cool, man. Well, field off of 4. We're gonna get set to unleash them once again. Pace car gonna duck off. Down and away is Real gonna bring us back to the green flag, and away we go. Green flag flies once again. Big jump on the high side for the 33 of Crosby and the 24 of Everett Lane. Lane gonna pull even by the time they get to 1. Great start on the high side.
Kenny Reel in the 11 has the advantage on the inside lane with Josh Ball all over his back bumper. This time we get through turn 1 cleanly and head down the backstretch. Everyone with their foot firmly smashed into the floorboard.
Foot smashed in the floorboard and the nose of the truck trying to smash into the rear deck lid of the driver in front of him. Looks like spaced out pretty decently throughout the field. Got my eye back outside of the top 10. Looks like a lot of those guys starting to look for some single file action Looks like just a handful venturing to that middle to high lane. Bubba Winningham heading to the back for a moment. And yeah, things looking pretty calm in the back as we stay side by side at the front. Reel in ball, controlling the race on the inside. Big run coming from that second lane though, KR, and we're going to see this all night long. That high side going to make a run. The inside's going to cap it off. They're just going to go back and forth like a couple of cats in a plastic bag.
Couple of cats in a plastic bag, huh?
A lot of noise and a lot of nothing. Yeah, I don't know what the cat reference is, but we're just gonna act like it was okay, and we're gonna keep on rolling with it. Everett takes the run from the high side and drops down to the bottom. New race leader here at iRacing Superspeedway. And yeah, man, good run there. Right to the top. Outside lane gonna fall back in. Around the 81 goes.
Yellow flag comes out for the 81 of Dustin Logston. Dustin gets it rolling. Take a look and see what sent him on around. Looks like he just lost it on his own coming up off the corner.
I'm not seeing any definitive contact there either on my end, so I'm not sure if I've got the right cameras to see if there was contact, and I don't believe there was any at all, but I don't know, sometimes these things just get a little bit of light when you get the air taken off and packed in different areas. It can upset a little bit of the balance, so interesting little bit of a spot for it to break loose though. That inside lane down there running on the bottom, like it broke loose to the right, like going up the track, so not quite sure. Maybe a little bit of oversteer.
All right, so 3 cautions. And each time we've had a caution, it seems like almost everyone comes down pit road. Anthony English going to stay out. So English electing to stay out.
And when is stage end?
Lap 25.
25 tonight, so it's gonna be what, about 8 laps, 7-8 laps away. I don't know. I like the gamble. I don't think tires are going to be a big thing, man. I really don't. Most super speedway races, tires aren't really the factor anyway. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Might as well stay out right here, right? Less than 10 to go to the stage end. Might be banking on a little help from another caution to get into the stage end, so why give up track position?
Well, saving fuel down on the bottom.
Maybe that's why you come. Maybe it ain't for the tires. Maybe it's for the fuel. So we got 16 on the board. Caution lights are out, so we're gonna come back to the green. I believe that's gonna be lap, lap 17. So carry 2, divide by pi. Add the whipped cream. Forget the cherry. Dash.
No, don't forget the cherry.
Oh, you got it. That's terrible. It just makes the whipped cream red. What's the point? See?
Cherries are good.
Yeah, just put them on the side. Don't just. Gosh. That's how you know it's not good for you, okay? When it stains the whipped cream.
I don't know.
Not good. Not good. Not good.
Not good.
And looks like we're at Eldora here. 3 wide, salute down the back stretch with the
Well, Josh Ball trying to do something.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Maybe the thought process, by God, we can't do it 2 wide, let's try it 3 wide.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, makes sense, right? Big's gonna make the left-hand turn once again. Driver's gonna get set to smash the gas and unleash the beast as we go back. Green flag racing once again here in the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series. You're live at iRacing Superspeedway. Front of the field, still led by Anthony English, has Everett Wayne just to his outside. Can you reel Josh Ball back in row number 2 with Zach Fritz and Jeff Crosby back in row number 3, side by side all the way back through your top 10. Starting to get a little bit of a second pack developing back there. I believe that's going to be right around well, I say back of the pack, this could be all the way back there around that 20th position. But, things, woof. These guys, man, they go into turn 3. Oh my goodness. Craziness right there, KR. But we'll see if these guys can make it to the end of stage number 1, or if we get caution number 4.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our point standings as they came into tonight's race. 2 wins for Josh Ball, 1 for Anthony English, Peter DeBorgia, Zach Workman, Lynn McNeese, and Logan Helton. Gabe Butler leads all drivers who haven't gotten a race win. And Butler above the cut line by 104 points. Gabe Butler determined to make it into the playoffs either by points or wins. He's going to be a factor throughout this entire season.
And I mean, pretty new to the series myself right here, KR. So trying to find those drivers that are going to be those dark horses, if you will. Some of these seasoned veterans, some of the names I still recognize out there. Les Levy, as well as Logan Helton, Mark Mann, also one of those drivers that very familiar with. Dave Hunt also, but there's a lot of newcomers from my perspective. So trying to see who the new powerhouses are and who's going to be the ones that we got to watch and continue to watch week in and week out. And as of right now, Josh Ball's one of those drivers that I'm starting to look at week in, week out, not just because of the Red Bull sponsorship, but he seems to have a little bit of a knack of finding the front.
Right now, the 63 of Logan Helton is our race leader. Tyler Miller in the 2, pushing on his back bumper. Miller now making a move to the outside lane. Jeff Crosby Jr. Gonna give him a good shove. Tyler Miller to the point.
AKR, I'm watching some big runs coming from the back of this field. 2-3 wide at times. Seen them 4 wide on the front stretch just for a brief moment, but they were 4 wide on the front stretch. Back outside of your top 15. Looks like a lot of these truck drivers starting to try to make a big push to the front.
Yeah, these guys starting to get antsy as it gets closer to the end of the stage.
It's getting dicey at the front. Look at this run coming, though. He was just involved in our latest caution. That 81 of Dustin Longston now back inside of the top 15. Big push from Butler from behind, and he's going to be right at the tail end of this pack. Look for those 2 trucks to maybe make a move to that 3rd lane, and it looks like coming out of 2, they may make me look brilliant here. They're going to jump to the high side at the 47, so not going to go 3 wide just yet, but I'm telling you, watch those 2 guys work together.
New fast lap of the race by the 81 of Dustin Logston. Dustin on a mission, like you said, working his way forward, turning a 50.032.
The trouble right here, KR, as he closes in on the back end of that 03 is, what do? Do you jump down to the bottom to continue to run and get a sniff of the draft of the inside? Because if you get stuck, whoa, we got trouble in front of them. Do they straighten it out? Oh, holy, I don't know how they didn't trash that. Oh, my goodness.
Everett Lane, a big moment there. Looked like he got caught on the apron. Was able to hold on to it and keep rolling. We stay green, but Everett Lane losing a lot of ground.
Yeah, I mean, what's this going to be? 2 to go for the stage end? So,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
a lot on the line for the stage points too here. So, big moment at the front of the field for the moment. Tyler Miller holding the fort down, but a big run from the 33. Then help from the Helton. So what do we got? About 6 drivers here at the front of this field. 7 right here in this front bit of a pack. I mean, Guerrero's right there, but not quite there. Don't think you're going to get a run from that far back to take the stage win. So here we go. Final lap in stage number 1. Crossing the line, Crosby. Whoa, and around goes Logan Helton, up and over. Oh my gosh. Flapjack that thing.
Yeah, Logan Helton, big moment there is the yellow flag going to come out. That's going to be the end of the stage. And man, did the 63 go for a ride.
Yeah, that was... I thought he was going to be all right and just, 360 up there in the air and just land on all 4, but yeah, just... That is it. Gotta pay for a ride like that in most cases.
Kenny Reel getting a piece of it as well. And the way that thing just flipped over real quick, I've seen iRacing do a lot of silly things with crashes, but I don't know. That thing just flipped over mid airborne launch.
Bunny hop top to a flip over. Just like that. I mean, I haven't seen Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen physics like that.
All right, so as the field makes its way down the back stretch, they're all going to hit pit road, as that was the end of the stage. Jeff Crosby Jr. leading this field, and I think he is going to be our stage winner. Tyler Miller second, Josh Ball third. We'll let the 33 make his pit stop before Dave gives a epic interview.
I don't know about the epic part, but we'll see if we can't get a word or two in with him.
Well, it's in your contract that you do an epic job.
I mean, I don't even know what that means.
Me either, but you better figure it out quick because he's on pit road.
Oh no. I think they were bringing pizza to the booth, so I'm gonna have to go get that real quick.
Yeah. Lots of pizza brought to the booth. All right, the 33 already down and away. Splash of fuel for him. Let's see if we can't get a word in with the driver of the 33 from Fuel Sim Racing. Dave, all you, bud.
Hey, Crosby, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi, what's going on, buddy? How you feeling after walking away with a stage win early here at iRacing Superspeedway? How you feel about the stage win? How you feel about the truck and the fellow drivers tonight?
Yeah, it feels pretty good getting a stage win. I think that's the first one of the season. Truck feels good. This track is crazy. It's a lot of maneuvering, a lot of just kind of focusing where you're at, and track position is going to be key here. But overall, I mean, it feels pretty good. We're going to try to stay up front here majority of the race. Anything can happen. Good to get that stage win, just because you never know what's going to happen in the end. You could finish first, second, third, or you can finish 30th. So
absolutely, man. Well, you talked about having a lot of movement in these trucks. Looks like a little bit of a struggle going into the corner, kind of like down, almost like you dive down into the corner at Dover. Does that seem to be upsetting these trucks when you're kind of diving off into one and diving off into three?
yeah, it's a sharp corner to dive into, and then exit to, you're going to get a little loose. Yeah, it's pretty much like Dover. You're just going to have to stick it there and control that wheel. I mean, any slight move, you're either going to wreck the car on the outside of you, or if you're on the outside, you're just going to come right back to the inside. So you just kind of have to stick it straight. You kind of have to be confident whenever you're going in and out of the corner.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on your stage win. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs while you got the mic?
Yeah, appreciate you, KR, and you up in the booth tonight. That's pretty cool. Give a shout out to the wife here, sitting here watching me race. Hopefully we can continue with, hopefully we can go on a long Great Flag run. We kind of need one at this point, so we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed up here in the booth, man. You pull the belts tight and get ready to roll. Good luck from here on out. We'll see if we get a chance to talk to you again.
That's the goal, man. Talk to you soon.
Well,
all right,
Dave.
KR. So there you go. I mean, a little bit of struggle with the handling. These trucks kind of looked a bit glued, in my opinion. But apparently the corner entry angle may be presenting a little bit of a problem for these guys.
A little bit of a problem. It is a quick corner entry. Like, It's high banked, but it's still kind of a sharp turn.
Yeah, unless you've been on it, it's hard to explain it. I understand what you're saying as we go back green flag racing, but yeah, the screen doesn't do it justice of the abruptness that it drops into the corner. The only reference really have is Dover. So yeah, it seems to be a little rough for these guys here tonight, but Dover also presents some challenges, especially for the aero packages on these trucks. Short track package, much different than what you got here tonight though, KR, so I'm sure they got these things taped up and revved up and ready to go, and they're pulling, I don't know, close to 100 miles an hour more than what they would at Dover.
Yeah, they're hauling it, that's for sure. Dave Hunt in the 53 using the second lane. He's going to lead that lap. Slides down to the inside, and Dave Hunt, for the first time tonight, is out in front.
And again, that run from the high side, man. You start getting a run and you get presented with the problem of, do you fall in line or do you just throw it to the high side and go 2 wide or 3 wide? We see another move a little bit further back in the field. I believe that's going to be the 36 of Stephen Luttrell coming to the front of the field. He went 3 wide for a moment, carried that momentum up, came back down into that second lane, but you see a lot of big runs being generated and drivers just nowhere to go, and Callaway sponsorship into the outside wall. He's going to need a mulligan on that.
Yep, the 33 got a little bit of impact damage. Just a little bit, not too much. Let's see here, let's back this up. And yeah, looks like just coming off the corner, got 2 cars, 2 trucks trying to do their best. One of them ends up in the wall.
And I don't want to chalk it up to the broadcaster curse because we haven't seen it each stage winner this season, but what do you know, I get off the mic with the man and then into the outside wall we go.
Whoops.
Let's make it even. Let's make it even. Let's just run through the field. All right, Dave Hunt, how you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Pit road looking to be another busy place for these guys. Looks like everybody got to come down pit road. Let's see, that looks like Joshua Ball might roll the dice here. KR looks like the one gonna stay out. Looks like he might be the only one.
Josh Ball stays out. The 46 of David Overstreet gets the free pass.
Well, we're closing in on about 10 laps away from the halfway point, I would say. Well, we're at lap 32-ish, so yeah, about 10-12 laps away from the halfway point. So we tried doing this to you long ago. We'll try doing it to you again. We'll see if you can stick your foot in your mouth like I always seem to do over here. But halfway through tonight's race, if anybody showed you anything, who you put your money on to take this thing? Let's make it a little easier. Who do you think is going to walk away with the stage 2 win? not just UKR, but if you're out there watching, tuning in, we'd like to hear from you as well. So go ahead, throw it in there on the chat before we go back. Green flag racing. Let's see if you got what it takes to predict to see if your favorite driver walks away with stage win. But KR, with that being said, you gotta pick one now. You can't just you can't tiptoe around it. No politician answers.
Let's just say I'm gonna pick. Let's go with the one of Josh Ball. He's already out front. What could go wrong?
Well, seeing how we've seen trouble at the front of the field, I don't know that I would have picked the front of the field, but a little bit of a, I'm not going to say an unknown, but we haven't seen a whole lot of flashes out of him, but he seemed to be pretty consistent here tonight after he made his way inside of the top 15. He's ran there for quite some time now. Steve Rada going to restart, I believe, in the 9th position, up 21 spots from where he started tonight's race, KR. So it took him a little while to make up those spots, but closing out on halfway. He's more than halfway up through this field for that 03 to maybe be able to steal a stage win. Gonna get some great stage points, but we'll see if he can't walk away with that stage win.
All right, so you've got Steve Rada, I've got Josh Ball, and we'll see who else picks who.
We'll see if we got any participants. I think we already know where Maxine's vote's gonna go.
All right, lights are out on the pace truck. Field stacked 2 by 2. Dave, we're getting ready to fire them off. We've had 5 yellow flags here before the halfway point. Looks like they're going to go green flag racing.
And just like that, back green flag flies once again here at iRacing Superspeedway. Ball with a good start. Hunt with a good start on the high side. DuPont all over that rear bumper. Big push on the high side that just almost gets that 53 clear, but unable to get around them. So inside lane going to surge back to the front to the race lead once again. Things kind of going single file back around that 15th, 16th position on the racetrack for the moment, staying side by side all the way through your top. Jeez, that might be about 16th, 17th now, man. These guys all getting double file again.
Oh
my gosh.
Hold on to it, and around goes the 48. Andrew Schroeder.
Gosh. He is in the barrels. I'm not sure who that was, but oh my gosh, they are up on the inside safer barrier. There is all types of carnage down there, man. Oh my. Jeez, that was terrible. That would have been one of them ones that if you witnessed in real life, you might have closed your eyes.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
The 48, the 03 up and over. Golly, all sorts of mess. 19's involved. Anthony English is involved. The Mark Mann caught a piece of this as well. KR, so a lot of people. Just 2 separate flips.
Yeah. A lot of torn up race cars.
Well, you wondered why you need a quick fix and a fast repair? There you go, right there. And when all you see is smoke and flickering and then trucks flipping, you know it can never be a good story. I mean, a good story, but not a good time.
Yeah. Well, Dave, we're 6 cautions into this one, and we're on lap 36. It's what is that, like 1 green flag lap completed?
No.
2?
Ish.
Ah. Well, Zach Fritsch wins the race off of pit road. For those of you who are looking forward to our Christmas break, I will say we race again next week, and then we are off for 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's, and then we hit it back again in January. Hey, next week we head to Daytona on December 15th, and then we are off the 22nd and the 29th. So we're going to get a nice little break there.
Get a nice little break to get in a little bit of shopping, and I would say some skiing, but not going to be heading to any slow loops this season. We're just going to keep it down here, closer to sea level this time. But yeah, holiday season approaching, so I'm ready for the Santa Claus rally and see what happens, man. Hope you got some good plans coming, and I don't know, maybe Santa Claus is gonna, stop by one of the mechanic shops and bring y'all an upgrade.
I would not object to having Santa come and stop by. At least at my shop.
Well, I mean, Santa can still stop by if you are Santa. Like, there's nothing that says that you can't just say, you know what, we need one of these, and put it on the card, and then later on explain that, wasn't me. Santa Claus said that we needed it at the shop. I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah.
Definitely. Maybe, probably. But if it doesn't, you got to look at things on the bright side, right? It's not about, it's like when you flip your car. It's not that you flipped. It's that, hey, you landed, right? Then you got to look at the bright side. So, worst case is you still got the part. Might have a burnt car with that part at that point, but hey, you got the part, right?
Yeah.
Positives.
Gotta think positive here. As the green flag comes back out, Josh Ball and Zach Fritsch. As Josh Ball slides down in front of the 12.
Seeing people bailing from that second lane down to the inside lane, and I don't know. I don't know if it's safer to be down there on that inside lane. I think I'd rather be in that second lane where I do have a little bit more room for some of the chaos and calamity that may be going on around. You got a lot of room up there to the high side, to that outside wall, kind of boxed in when you're down there on that inside lane. So I don't know. I'm liking the outside runs. I'm liking the outside lane, but for the moment, inside's the place to be as Josh Ball gonna cross the line, lead yet another lap. Britt's gonna jump to the high side. Big push now from Hunt. Gonna get that Budweiser 12 sponsor machine to the front. Oh, take that back. Big run on the bottom. Check that out.
And Fritchie in the 12 machine on the outside, slides down to the inside. Josh Ball in the 1. Now pushing on his back bumper. Ooh, big wiggle out of the 12. Can he keep it? Looks like he does.
Golly. And again, yet again, that's yet another one of those crash that didn't wreck moments. And being able to come back up the track and put the bumper right back on the nose of the truck behind you. And keep it heading in the right direction. It takes a little bit of something to be able to pull that move.
Just a little bit. We got a couple peeling off the pit road here. Peter DeBorgia, Dustin Logston, Richard Kuhn, all on pit road.
Looking at it, if it's going to stay true, we're going to have the stage break, or the stage end, I should say, in about 9 laps from now, KR. So maybe drivers realizing they need enough fuel to get to the end. And because I mean, everybody came to pit road last time, so I'm interesting here, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuel mileage looks like here at this track. I mean, it's what, 90 miles long?
The track, 90 miles long. Yeah, it's a big track, that's for sure.
It's what is it? 3.5, I believe. 3.5 or 4?
3 something. Yeah, it's right around 3 miles.
Well, I can't tell you the mileage, but I can tell you the kilometers. 4.74 kilometers. For those of you European fans, you're welcome. So next time around, KR halfway going to be behind us. It's going to be on the downhill side of things. A little bit of shuffling and jockeying around up here at the front of this field, but a clear first pack has broken away. Looks to be about your top 15 drivers out there on the track breaking away, and here comes that big run, KR. Look at that, man. Just massive surge from the Hunt, followed by those 4 trucks. In 5 trucks being able to keep up with 10. That is an amazing draft.
Yeah, no restrictor plates on these vehicles. It is all horsepower here. Draft still comes in and is still a factor, but it does allow you to have the ability to let that engine really sing.
Again, for some reason, we did watch some Formula One over the weekend, so maybe that's why it's stuck in kilometers for me right now. But if anybody's wondering, once again, for you European fans, these drivers are going about 335 kilometers per hour. That is nuts. That's going to equal, what is that? That's right at about 210.
205 to 210, somewhere in there, yeah.
Hey, I math good that time, man. I mathed good.
Yeah.
Did a gooder job.
You did a gooder job, Dave. I'm proud of you.
Nice. Me too. Me too.
All right, so side by side, they continue to battle. Final few laps of stage number 2.
As those trucks do make it around on the high side and dropping down. Now just 3 drivers left up there on that high side. Is anybody going to venture out of line and maybe try to help it? But there you go again, KR. Once again, just 3 trucks surging to the front. Going to take over the race lead. Nathan Warren going to drop from the top side down to the bottom. That's going to leave us with just Tyler Miller as well as Stephen Luttrell out there for those Luttrell fans chiming in a little bit earlier here tonight. There you go. Up there inside of the top 5 looking for a stage win. Nice move by the 36. Do you see him slot in right there? That was a beautiful move. That home front out high and dry. He's got a long way to go to find a gap.
Hunt gonna be searching for that gap as he tries to slot in somewhere. That or someone needs to join him up in that second lane. Nate Warren is our race leader. Last time he was on pit road was lap 35. I don't know how far of a fuel run they can go, but I think 10 laps is enough to get to the end of this stage.
We got a driver from that top 15 pack heading to pit lane. Shane Ward gonna head to pit lane in the 39 machine, so he's gonna top off with fuel to get to the end. That's gonna open up a slot, and Dave Hunt gonna finally find a spot at the rear of the field, just outside of the top 10. So from battling for the race lead, KR, all the way outside of your top 10, and I don't know that any of these guys are really gonna jump out of line, not till maybe that final lap of the stage, because as I already mentioned to you, big runs from that second lane. So if you time it right, I think you can jump out there coming off of turn number 2 and just high side sail it all the way back to the checkered flag. And whoa, never mind, because it's a mass exodus and they're gonna hit pit road.
Nate Warren leads everybody on to pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr. going to stay out. Crosby Jr. last on pit road on lap 36. We'll see what he has planned.
3 solo laps, man. You're gonna be eating the fuel. I mean, that's, and as we already said, over a 3-mile track, all alone. I don't think you can save enough fuel to make out enough laps, man. That is a lot of fuel. Might have helped to stay behind, I believe. Who was that? Schroen in the 87, I believe, still out there on the track just behind your race leader. Might have been a little bit more beneficial. And oh, he's not going to stretch it very far. Crosby going to hit pit road this time around, so that's going to complete the round of green flag pit stops. So KR, there it is, just out over the halfway point, and we got ourselves a round of green flag pit stops.
Our first
right
round
at the stage end too.
Yeah.
Right at it. I mean, a lap or 2.
So Josh Ball takes over the race lead from Jeff Crosby Jr., who has gone on to pit road. They have
There's that on the high side.
lap and a half left in the stage, Dave.
Yeah, and then, like I said, there's that run from the high side. 16 gonna clear. Logan Helton tries to clear. Oh my gosh. That was almost a bad little deal there for the 63 in the 1. But again, mentioned it early about that high side run, and there it goes. The 12 gonna jump up from the bottom just in front of the 63 of Logan Helton. We're gonna cross the line. Final lap in stage number 2 underway, and it's gonna be a battle to the end. Man, this is gonna be a good one.
So Nate Warren is our race leader. Comes onto the back stretch. Warren trying to hold on till they get around to the front stretch. But here comes the 12 of Zach Fritsch. He's got a little bit of momentum on his side. And Fritchie gonna see if he can take over the top spot. So far, Warren has it covered.
Yeah, I think the run came a little bit too late. Wondered if Warren was going to jump to the high side to block that move, but no need to. Still a full trunk leap ahead as they cross the line. Stage win belongs to the 16 of Nathan Warren. So heck of a job by him. Josh Ball picks up a second. Fritz, Helton, Miller going to round out your top 5 for the end of stage 2. So KR, just what's this going to be? Just about 34-ish laps to the end, 33-ish laps to the end. So definitely going to have a pit stop involved. Long way to go, but we're right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Cusp of what? I don't know, but we're on it.
All right, with that being said, we're going to take a break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field has been racked and stacked once again. We've had our 7th yellow flag be displayed, and Nate Warren picked up stage number 2. Dave, we're in our final stage, last half of the race.
Final stage, the last half of the race, going to be the shortest. Well, no, it's not going to be the shortest stage, just barely. A couple laps longer, going to be about 6 to 7 laps longer than our earlier stages, so a little bit more fuel required. We've seen these drivers have to duck to pit road just before the end of stage 2, so should we see another long green flag run in one truck with a little bit of problems here under caution? I believe that may have been the 71 of Sean McCara, possibly a little bit of contact with the outside wall under caution, but nonetheless, I wonder if those extra laps are going to play into maybe some of the strategy. We're going to find out here shortly as the iRacing pace truck has dunked back off. We're ready to go. Double file at the front. Green flag flies as Tyler Miller get across the line and put us back under green flag conditions. And KR, obviously food on my mind, so we're going to get some of them fries I was talking about here in just a second.
I like French fries.
I love them. Must be on my mind.
Tyler Miller, Nate Warren still doing battle at the front of this field down the back stretch. Stephen Luttrell, second truck on the inside lane, now making a third truck as the 16 drops down to the inside. Zach Fritsch in the 12 now takes over the top spot in the second lane.
In the second lane, I understand exactly what you mean right there. And these guys using the second, third, fourth lane, it's one giant lane, really, for these guys out there tonight, because you can see them enter the corner. They might have a little bit of space, but one driver goes about a full truck length up the track, another just about a half, another around a 3/4. They fan out quite a bit here in these corners, so a lot going on behind the wheel, as we were told earlier by our stage 1 winner. So KR, I wonder if we were able to get any of those onboard cameras here tonight, just to show some of the fans at home watching just how busy these gentlemen are inside their office working behind the wheel.
Yeah, we've shown throughout the night just what it's like to go into these corners wide open at almost 210 miles an hour. Right now we ride on board with Andrew Schroeder, who somehow survived his horrendous wreck.
Well, I mean, if you can't duck it, you know the rest. We're going to leave it at that.
Andrew Schroeder taking us down the straightaway here, tucked in behind Dave Hunt. Meanwhile, the 16 is our race leader.
And it doesn't, I mean, maybe I'm just seeing this wrong. Maybe I need to upgrade the prescription of the glasses, but it doesn't seem to be too rough of a ride out there on board. It seemed to be nice and smooth on the wheel. Didn't see a whole lot of corrections going on or a whole lot of fighting of that wheel. So maybe these drivers starting to get a little bit used to how the trucks are traveling into and out of these corner exits. Maybe able to compensate just a little bit here as a big run generated from the high side front. Whoa, big problems now. 16 of Nathan Warren. Big problems for your stage winner.
Yeah, Nate Warren out of shape. Let's see if we can back this up and figure out what happened to the 16. Yeah, I'm not sure. Looked like maybe just a bump draft gone wrong.
And again, at the front of the field, we've seen the problems really here tonight. Within those first 2 to 3 rows, that's where the majority of the issues have come from here tonight. So a little bit interesting to see that. That's truly where the trouble has been. Typically, we see it, mid-pack on back, but here tonight at iRacing Superspeedway, the trouble is at the front.
All right, so Zach Fritsch scored as our race leader. How many drivers do you think will come down pit road, Dave?
Got ourselves about 24 laps to go, 25 or so. I'm thinking we're gonna get everybody. I think everybody's coming.
Well, it looks that way. The 85 of Adam Kilday gonna stay out. I think he receives our free pass.
So now that car doesn't count, right? I mean, the wave around car doesn't count for staying out, right? It just can't.
No.
That's like illegal. Okay. I'm like, that's illegal, man. You can't do me like that.
No, everyone came down pit road that was on the lead lap. Oh. All right, Dave. Vicente Cavero. And looks like Bubba Winningham are going to get the wave around. That puts Lynn McNeese, I believe Robert DuPont, 1 and 2 on the front row.
Still got a long way to go, though, Caleb. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade right now, but you got to feel it. The front of this field is not going to be the front of the field when we come to about 5 laps to go, but we'll see how these guys go about it. Still going to have, it's going to be, what, 23 laps to go when we take the green flag?
Something like that. You know, something like that. We'll have a green-white checkered attempt. Maybe, possibly, probably. Lynn McNeese has control of the field, the 12 of Zach Fritz. Right behind him as the green flag comes out, we are back underway.
And hey, look, I math good again. 23 laps to go. Look at that. I'm doing good here tonight, buddy. Doing good with numbers, not doing good on the picks here. Steve Guy is still struggling to get inside that top 5, but hey, didn't get the stage win, but maybe a race win might be on the agenda tonight for that 03.
Lynn McNeese already has a win on the season, would love to become the second repeat winner. Josh Ball, the only repeat winner we've had so far this season.
Latrell giving his fans something to talk about still here tonight. Here he is outside lane, trying to make it work, looking for the race lead. And the 36 is going to try to do what a lot of trucks haven't been able to do here tonight. I don't know if you've seen it right there across that rear deck lid, but it says this side up. It's going to try to keep that side up, that's for sure. Have you seen the Jeeps with the tire? I know this is going to be off subject real quick, but you know the tire in the back? They got the wheel cover. That the one side says no problem, but if you turn it upside down, it says big problem.
I actually have big problems on the racetrack, but I actually have a magnet very similar that goes on the back of my race car.
Nice. Good, not good. Not good. Here's we've got the 9th caution of the night flying on the track. Gonna be a little bit of trouble here. KR, who you got?
For trouble? Oh, we got a couple of them in trouble. Les Levy involved, Jeff Crosby Sr., Dave Hunt, Jimmy Reynolds, Everett Lane. It was a big one.
Well, it was a big one, but I tell you who wasn't in this one. My pick, the 03, gonna make his way around the carnage and chaos. Extra life on the quarter panels there. Hopefully he doesn't have to use an extra life here tonight to get to the end, but hey, finally broke inside of that top 5. We on a roll.
A lot of torn up trucks in this one and a lot of smoke. Nine yellow flags, 20 laps to go. That's not a good lap count for green flags, Dave.
Perfectly beautiful count for green flags, man. What are you talking about?
What we've done, like 6 laps now?
We've had a green flag pit stop, so we're stretching it at least 15, 16 laps right there.
Yeah, but you're doing real math. I'm doing quick math.
Well, real quick. Oh, okay.
All right, everyone on to pit road. Looks like the 36 of Luttrell going to win the race off of pit lane. Tyler Miller, Lynn McNeese, Zach Fritsch, Josh Ball, Steve Rada, all coming off of pit road. Well, from here on out, they've got to make at least one more pit stop, Dave. No matter whether the yellow flag flies or not, that pit stop has to be made.
What you're saying is we still got a chance.
We got a shot at another round of green flag pit stops.
I'm trying to get some type of semblance of a fuel run. And let me see if I can put together anything here. And it does look to be, KR, it does look to be about 12 to 15 laps has been the longest fuel run that we have seen here tonight. So yeah, definitely gonna have to make at least one. Probably gonna see these guys back on pit road twice, but that's just my thought process on it. We'll see whether or not I got that one pegged out and got it right or not, but I don't know. I think these guys may give us a little bit of a surprise as well. They give us that green flag run to end stage 2. May get a little bit of a green flag run here to end the race here tonight. There's a handful of drivers in the field. Hoping they don't see any more contact or cautions, because I believe they've already burned up and spent those quick repairs. So yeah, some of these guys are going to be limited on what they're able to do and what they're able to fight for as we get set to send the drivers back off once again. Out of 4, pace car going to duck off, and we're going to smash the gas one more time.
Pace truck gets out of the way. Stephen Luttrell, Tyler Miller on the front row for this restart. And here we go. Green flag is out. Our 9th yellow flag is removed. And we sail off for turn number 1 as everyone tries to get through the gearbox cleanly. Calm restart so far, but now they got to go through the turn wide open.
Yeah, they're going to have to get through the gears and stay in that high gear and get it all wound up and try to get everything they can out of it. But KR, you know I'm always going to be the strategist, as we got 3 trucks from the high side going to clear, and all 3 going to hit that down arrow on the elevator and drop to that inside lane. Another 4 trucks trying to fight it out, and there's going to be a caution. So look for pit road to be busy. What we were about to say is a pit window going to open up to you. Come as soon as you can. And well, with the caution, our 10th caution of the night. Think pit road's going to be really busy. Big issue for Logan Hill.
Yeah, trying to back this up. I'm not a smart man, but I think Logan Helton did that on purpose. Got himself a yellow flag and knew one wasn't going to come out. Good heads up drive by him to make it happen.
I'm not gonna touch that with a COVID stick, brother. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I cause enough controversy with me just being me. I don't need any help.
All right, so Tyler Miller is our race leader. Looks like he's going to lead everyone on the pit road for what could be the final pit stop of the night. Stephen Luttrell stays out. Josh Ball stays out. Driver getting the free pass. That is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. So Reynolds gets back on the lead lap. And it looks like they're going to come back down pit road. No, Luttrell bails out.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go back green flag racing with about 13 laps to go. So theoretically here, they're going to have enough fuel to get to the end. I'm definitely going to need to save some fuel around this, if you can, under caution. But if these guys get a green-white checkered, they're definitely going to have to stop for fuel at that point. So I'm kind of liking the stay out strategy right here at this point in time, because you are going to have to come to pit road to top off with fuel should we get a green-white checkered. So about half of the field goes down pit road, have stay out. Going to be a little bit of a flip if we do get a caution. So things shaping up to be possibly controversial here at the end, man. I don't know. I like controversy. Oh, that's just me. You know.
All right, either way, the lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing with 13 laps left.
Here we go, KR. Will this be the final time we send them off and let the green flag fly once again? We're going to find out in just a handful of laps, but nonetheless on the gas. And away we go. Green flag flies once again here from iRacing Superspeedway. Great jump on the high side by that Red Bull sponsored Pennzoil. Yeah, Pennzoil on the front of that thing. Steep ball with a great jump. Luttrell surging back on the inside the lane. Has help from Tyler Miller for the moment. And check out the third truck inside lane, KR. We've seen him in the outside wall after a stage 1 win, trying to fight for a stage 2 win. And here he is, Jeff Crosby Jr. back inside of your top 10, fighting for a top 5. Fourth truck inside the lane. He's going to have something to do with the outcome of tonight's race.
Josh Ball is the race leader. Steven Luttrell in second. The second lane being led by
yeah, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. That's my man, Steve Ryder, bringing his way up through the track. And I'm telling you, he's gonna get there, buddy. He's gonna get there.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you too much credit.
I mean, it ain't over yet. Just, I mean, Steve, if you watch back later, I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize before. Oh no, okay, I see him still riding. Okay, I was like, oh no, there it is.
Well, our 11th yellow flag has come out. Adam Strom goes for a spin. Let's see if we can figure out how it went down. Just a chain of events, and the 87 was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, trying to watch the replay right here and see what goes on. Yeah, it just looks like a little bit of a bump and a little bit of a move, and wrong place, wrong time. No harm, no foul, no concrete barriers hit, so not going to be too much damage to have to worry about or deal with. So they'll set the ship right and try to fight it out to the end here tonight.
Josh Ball looking like he's going to come down pit road. Looks like almost everyone going to come down pit lane. Adam Kilday stays out. So Kilday and the 85 going to stay out. Everett Lane in the 24 receiving the free pass. He gets back on the lead lap. Cars out of the race: Dan Harrington, Dustin Logston, Dave Hunt, and Andrew Schroeder out of this race. Bubba Winningham now the only truck not on the lead lap.
And I'm seeing some trouble for Steve Luttrell. Looks like he's deep in the field here now, KR. So that's my how quickly things can change.
All right, so everyone getting down to the nitty gritty. 10 laps to go. Going to be 9 when they cross the line this time. Adam Kilday, Anthony English on the front row for this restart. Then the 0-4 of Mark Mann and the 1 of Josh Ball for row number 2. Jeff Crosby Jr. and Lynn McNeese make up row number 3 for this restart. Dave, we're going to get the green flag with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about him all night. We haven't really talked about him very much in very many other races, really, but did mention him just for a brief moment earlier this evening at the start of tonight's broadcast when I spoke about veterans. But where did he come from? 28 positions back, that's where he came from outside of your top 30 all the way into 3rd right now. And Mark Mann just has a way of showing up at the end.
Yeah, he usually finds a way towards the front. Whether or not he can stay there, sometimes that is the question, because I've seen enough of these races that you can make your way to the front no problem. Staying there creates a bigger issue, especially when they are having a hard time not bringing out yellows.
Well, we've seen drivers at the front have trouble being at the front all night long, so we'll see if that continues to be a theme. We got 2-3 wide quickly here after the restart, and it looks like Ball says, excuse me, coming through. Anthony English going to give up that spot. That's going to slow the roll of that high side for just a moment here. That inside lane, better hope they get going. And just like that, Crosby gonna jump from the 3rd truck inside lane, gonna take control of the high side and motor right around to the point.
Jeff Crosby Jr. and Josh Ball now duke it out as we go 3 wide with Anthony English in the middle. Josh Ball trying to throw a block.
Oh my, KR, I think that was a little bit of a payback move there from that 44. As soon as there was enough room for him to stick that 44 in the middle, oh my gosh, big body slam off the top rope for the 17. Oh my gosh.
So Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 going for a spin. Maybe a little bit of a helicopter move as well. So another yellow flag coming out, slowing us down before we can get to the end of this race. Yellow flags in total here so far tonight, Dave.
Yeah, we're on the cusp. See, I told you we were on the cusp of something, and we finally figured out what that cusp was. We're on the cusp. I just like that word tonight for some reason. We are on the cusp of repeating last week's 13 caution performance. We'll see if these guys can do it one better. Or would it be one better or one worse to stay at 12? I don't know. Let's see if we can keep it at 12 with this being the final caution. There you go. We'll get to it.
Good job, Dave. We got to it. We got there. All right, so the 33, Jeff Crosby Jr. going to stay out. Looks like a majority of the people are going to stay out. A few in the back of the pack are going to come down pit road.
I wonder if we're going to finally see that big 3 wide push that we seen it a little bit earlier here tonight, Keller. I've seen them try it in the back of the field a little bit. It did work. Got a handful of positions for a handful of these drivers that were doing it. I just wonder if with the less than 5 to go, with the intensity ramping up, if we're going to see maybe a tandem of trucks jump up there into that 3rd lane and see if they can't get something to work.
Either way, this race winding down to 5 laps to go. Will be 3 when we take the green flag. It'll be our first attempt at a green-white checkered, but this one will be natural, so it won't count towards our total count of green-white checkered attempts. I say that right?
So
it'll be a natural green-white checkered attempt, so we won't need to do extra laps if we get to the white flag.
It's right, but it definitely does not sound right.
I fumbled it.
It's all right. You know, they fumble on Monday nights a lot of the times. Have you had a chance to watch any of the football this season? It has been some of the terrible games out there. When all else fails, just remember, you could be a Browns fan.
Yeah, good thing I'm a Chiefs fan, although this season's not been anything to talk about.
Chiefs fan, oh my gosh. Next thing you're gonna tell me you're listening to Taylor Swift in the shop, in the race shop, and I'm just gonna have to shake my head and walk away.
I might just have to shake it off and admit that I'm the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the beautiful end of our commentating career with each other. I'm going to have to leave this gentleman alone as I exit swiftly. Play on some words, but these guys not going to play around as the pace truck back in, ready to drop the hammer once again as the green flag flies, and we are back racing once again here at the iRacing Superspeedway. KR, a long night for these OP Premier Superspeedway Series racers. Wow, that is a whole lot to say, but nonetheless, it's a whole lot to drive one of these things at over 200 miles an hour. A little bit of chaos and calamity form, but with just 3 to go, we'll see which one of these drivers takes the reins and rides this thing into victory lane.
Right now, the 85 and the 33 are running door to door down the backstretch. All we got to do is get to the white flag, and this one's going to end in its regularly scheduled distance programming, however you want to say that.
Yeah. But what I'm looking at, KR, I mentioned about 3 wide. We seen it, and whoa, we got trouble up and over, and this bug's for you.
We were almost there. Couldn't hold on to it till we got to the white flag.
I mean, he was upside down. I don't think he could do much about the caution not flying. I mean, I don't think you can give him a thumbs up and they're just gonna, you know, give you the.
Well, if he's upside down and you give him a thumbs up, doesn't that become a thumbs down?
You know,
no, if he does a thumbs up while he's upside down, then that becomes a thumbs. I don't know.
You know what? You almost had me convinced when you first said it. Now I don't even know. It might be a sideways thumb. I don't know. I'm lost.
Ooh. I guess a sideways thumb would be the best way to do it while you're flipping, because that way it's neutral at all times.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't know if it's good or bad yet.
Right?
You never know. You could land on your wheels and it'd be good. You could end up on your lid. That's bad. So, yeah. We did talk about fuel, KR. A few drivers are going to have to deal with a fuel situation, I believe. It looks like a lot of these guys are probably just going to be able to save enough for this green-white checker. The majority of them did come down pit road somewhere right around looks to be about lap 75 or so, so just about 10 laps ago. So if we see a second attempt at a green-white checkered, we might see a few of these guys possibly run out of fuel. Would you push it that far that you would run out of fuel? It's only 2 attempts at a green-white checkered, right?
Oh, I mean, you gotta push it, sure. I mean, at this point, you've made your bed, now you gotta lie in it, you know what I mean?
I don't know, I've always had a problem with that, because if you make the bed and then lie in it, then you gotta make it again. So it ends up being, you know, a never-ending cycle.
Sorry. I should say you've built your bed, now you have to lie in it.
I'm not sure I like that one either. There's a lot of sayings I don't like, but we'll get into those things at another time. Totally different programming and totally different concepts. But we'll just Dwayne out in the chat says you should make these Monday night drivers audition for the Wednesdays and Saturday night series.
Well, I can tell you the Wednesday night aren't doing any better. Saturday, I have no idea. I haven't been able to catch any of the Saturday night action. But, yeah. These last two races have been poster childs of what not to do when you're on a racetrack. And, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna chalk it up to a little bit of holiday cheer. I don't know. I'm trying, KR. I'm trying. Maybe drivers distracted with the holiday seasons. Maybe they have some things going on. Maybe things on their mind. You never know. The Ring doorbell could have went off and Amazon be dropping something at the door. You never know.
Amazon,
so, you know,
the new Santa Claus.
I mean, it is. I mean, come on now. Who goes out for Black Friday when you can just stay at home and add to cart?
Yep. Click, click, click. Hey, my shopping's done.
Done. Honey, do you want to go out? Why? Why?
In public?
There's people out there.
Or as my wife likes to go, you want me to go out in public with you?
I mean, I'm not your wife, but
Would you like to go out in public with me, Dave?
She has a point.
Come on, Dave. Go out in public with me.
I hardly go out in public with you on the internet. What are you talking about?
It's safer that way.
It's a lot safer that way.
All right. Here we go. Another green-white checkered attempt. Pace truck out of the way. The 44 of Anthony English, the 85 of Adam Kilday on the front row for this one. Green flag is out. Here we go, Dave.
Green flag back out, doubled up all the way through your top. That's going to be about your top 20. We're going to stay side by side for the moment. Don't look for too much action here through turns 1 and 2. I would expect to see the big jumps coming down this back stretch. We already got drivers looking to go 3 wide. Trouble, and they go up and over and around we go.
Huh. 14 yellow flags now. Don't worry, Dave. We got more laps to do. I know you've been having fun and want to be here, but it's not over just yet.
It's all fun and dandy, but you know, we never can miss our flight. So, I mean, we are looking at jumping on a flight to head over and check out, surprisingly, check out some property. So we'll see if we can get this wrapped up in time, so I don't have to pay the pilot any overtime. Never fun.
Anthony English in the 44 able to survive this yellow flag and hold on to the race lead. Lynn McNeese in the 84 sitting in second, looking to pick up a second win and finding himself in a position to be able to do that. Adam Kilday in the 85. Kilday looking for his first win of the season.
Man, and everybody down there on Neighborly. Either they're coming to pit road early or they're saving a ton of fuel.
Oh, they're all saving as much as they can.
I don't see. I was gonna say I don't see anybody actually coming to pit road, but and I don't know.
Richard Kuhn comes to pit road.
And you know, as crazy as it sounds, that might be the play, man. These guys run out of fuel. Could you imagine top 10 run out of fuel? That'd be... Sheesh. Somebody get fired for that.
I'm still stuck on 14 yellow flags in an 80 lap race. 84 lap, sorry. Well, we're past 84 laps. We're now on lap 88.
Maybe
we got room for one more yellow, don't we, Dave?
We were just trying to get the junior number in there, that's all, man.
You know, my high school football coach always said there's room for one more.
I say that every time I pass the Little Debbie snack cakes.
There's always room for one more.
I swear to things, boy. And it doesn't matter what they are, too. Like, have you ever noticed, maybe this is just, see, I get off on the random, the most out of the ordinary topics. But, see, this is why you bring me in, because I can bring a lot of weirdness, but a lot of, what did he just say, to the programming. So, have you ever noticed the Little Debbie? They always put out, you know, right around Christmas, you get the Christmas tree Little Debbies.
Those are my favorite.
Eat them things on the 4th of July, and they do not taste the same.
They do not.
I swear they put something special in the cream filling. It's Christmas cream filling is what it is. It's different. Y'all might call me crazy, KR. I'm glad you agree with me, but we all know you're crazy too, so I don't know that helps either one of us, but at least yes. I'm not alone in this, but...
So far, the things you have said is Little Debbie puts out Christmas trees cream filled, and they don't taste the same on July 4th.
I'm not quite sure that's how I worded it with Little Debbie, but I mean, if that's your take,
it's fine.
Although, did you see, now just because I was talking about Little Debbie's, this is the giant fat kid inside of me coming out right now. Did you see Swiss cake rolls? They have strawberry cream filling now. They've
had that for a while, bud.
When did that become a thing?
It's been a thing for a long time.
You can see why they don't let me down the Little Debbie aisle, don't you?
Yeah. No, and they're good.
It secret.
They're good.
Oh, you shouldn't have told me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're not good. Don't have one.
Have two. Okay.
Probably going to have the whole box just to make sure that each one is good.
Quality control. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, we'll see what the quality of control is for these drivers under this next green-white checkered attempt, man. We're going to try it one more time at least. So we'll see how they go. Pace truck back in. Ready to smash the gas and get going once again. To the restart zone, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here at iRacing Superspeedway. Stacked up all the way through the field. Final, well, I shouldn't say final. Green-white checkered attempt, but we're coming to a close.
Maybe. We'll see. They might pull a quick one on us and do another green-white checkered attempt.
They're trying up there at the front.
Lynn McNeese in the 84. Looking for his second win. Moves up to the second lane. The 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Thought about going to the outside, but tucks back in. And yeah, we're back under yellow.
And I seen a hornet's nest brewing back in the back. I wasn't going to say much about it. We were 4 wide once again towards the tail end of this field. Just, again, drivers trying to make some moves. Drivers trying to make something happen with not a lot of time to get it done.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we get to lap 100, I'm shutting this down. That's just 10 laps away. 2 more yellow flags, basically. This is not fun. I usually enjoy this, but this one has not been fun. Well, either way, the white flag's just been displayed.
I believe it. I believe it's just going to be the 2 attempts at that green and white checkered. I mean, we worked ourselves through 3 here tonight, with one of them being an unofficial attempt, but there it is. Yeah, things are going to come to a close here, and Josh Ball getting to walk away with the race win. Anthony English in second. Adam Kilday looks like he's going to pick up third. We're going to wait for the checkered flag to fly here, KR, before I get too far ahead of myself. But again, I do believe this is going to this is going to put an end into the evening here for these drivers here tonight.
Yeah, Josh Ball going to pick up his 3rd win of the season as the checkered flag is coming out. Josh Ball picks up the win. Anthony English second. How about that? Josh Ball, 3 wins so far this season. Man, he is having a great season here so far.
Yeah, bonus points galore right here, and that's once you get that first win, that's what you want to do, is just trying to build on those bonus points, and definitely doing so by picking up 2 more wins this season. So Paul, yeah, gonna look forward to starting the playoffs off on the right foot.
All right, so let's go ahead and run through our race results on this one as the field makes its way around. Josh Ball picks up the race win. Anthony English brings it home in second, and Adam Kilday rounds out your podium. We'll talk to those 3 here in just a moment. Lynn McNeeson 4th, 5th goes to Kenny Reel. Vicente Guerrero 6th, 7th is Steve Rada. David Overstreet in 8th, 9th goes to Gabe Butler, 10th Sean McCara, 11th Les Levy, Eric Laurie in the 12th position. 13th goes to Peter DeBorgia. Zach Workman is 14th. 15th is Stephen Luttrell. Rob Connors in 16th. 17th Mark Mann. 18th is Tyler Miller. 19th Sean Stevens. Shane Ward 20th. 21st Zach Fritsch. Nate Warren 22nd. 23rd Adam Schramm. 24th Logan Helton. 25th goes to Richard Kuhn. Jimmy Reynolds 26th. 27th Robert DuPont. 28th goes to Bubba Winningham. 29th is Jeff Crosby Jr. Everett Lane in 30th. 31st goes to Jeff Crosby Sr. Andrew Schroeder 32nd. 33rd Dave Hunt. Dustin Logston 34th. And 35th goes to Dan Harrington as Josh Ball starts burning it down on the front stretch. Let's get into our post-race interviews. And let's kick it off with our 3-time winner. That is Josh Ball from No Presta. All right, Dave, take it away.
Josh, this is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I barely can hear you. I was doing some burnouts there with Vince.
Burning it down, giving the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show, walking away with win number 3 once again in victory lane, man. How's it feel to stack up these wins, and how's it feel to put a little bit of a more cushion in that bonus points pocket?
Oh, it was good. Definitely enjoyed getting up there and getting the win tonight. I was trying to help Vince get up there and get the win, really, but you know, on the back stretch, they left too much room on the bottom, and I was trying to get Vince around the top, but it just didn't work out. But you know, at least one of the team was able to pull it off, so that's really what matters. But yeah, it's a good overall night for us. I think we finished third stage, and then second, and then W.
And again, congratulations on a heck of a performance here tonight. Congratulations with your third win of the season. So before we let you go and celebrate the rest of the night away, final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous.
Yeah, just you know, obviously you guys, Dave and KR, for coming on and doing the broadcast for us, and everybody at OP for putting on the league, and obviously my teammates. They're then week in, week out. Latrell, you know, Kenny Real, Vicente, Workman, Adam Schramm, you know. But that's about it.
All right, man.
Oh, Thomas Lockwood. Sorry, I forgot. Thomas, instrumental.
Thomas, very good.
There you go.
Got you. He got you. Don't hit him with the switch tomorrow. Just say it. But again, man, congratulations. Great performance here tonight. We look forward to catching up with you throughout the rest of the season. But until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Josh Paul. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is the 44 of Anthony English. Anthony, congratulations. Solid second place run.
Yeah, not bad. I'll definitely take it with the situation me and Adam were in. That's for sure.
And what situation was that?
We definitely did not have enough fuel to finish. We would have probably, since we ended up having to deal with 2 green and white checkers, we would have probably ran out coming out of 2 or the middle of the backstretch on the last lap. So we me and Adam risked it for the biscuit to hope, you know, we seen enough cautions were happening there at the end. So we just took a chance and we just stayed out and hoped to kind of caution, you know, took out the race early on that second attempt, and it ended up happening, and we ended up with a second and third. So we'll take it. Good points tonight.
Well, you end up in second place, but that 44 had its fair share of racing going on out there throughout the entire event. It seemed like once you got to the front, you were kind of solidly there.
Yeah, I mean, I was all over the place tonight. I mean, for a little bit I was up there, tried to stay there, and then ended up messing up fuel strategy on the first stage, and kind of just chilled on the second stage, and ended up cutting my fuel strategy short on the second stage. And when we went to this after this last caution here, and we all didn't pit, me and Adam and Mark didn't pit, those guys were all yelling at me in chat like you got enough this time and stuff, and it's like, oh man. So it was back and forth, just playing with fuel strategies, and you know, bit me earlier, and at least tonight it kind of at the end it ended up working out a little bit.
All right, man. Well, either way, a second place finish for you. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
Yeah, you and Dave up with turn 3, everything you guys do for our broadcasts on Mondays and Wednesdays. All the admins for what they do. Vendetta Racing Team. We try to put on a show every week, do the best we can, and I think Mark was up there for a little bit, and so was Logan and stuff. And I think Harrington ended up killing his car. Both of his cars kind of early, unfortunately, so he's ended up having a bad night. But you know, big shout out to those guys, the beautiful girlfriend, and everybody watching at home. And yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and once again, congratulations on second place.
Thank you very much, Kara.
That is Anthony English, driver of the 44, getting it done in second place. One more driver to talk to, Dave, and that is the 85 of Adam Kilday.
Hey, Kilday, is Dave in the booth? You got us?
Well, my bad. I'm muted. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, there you go. Sometimes you got to shake the cord a little bit, but you know, we're gonna upgrade the mics here eventually. Don't worry, I promise. Promise.
Oh yeah, it's no worries.
Well, a little bit of a wild one here tonight. Caution's kind of piled up. Walk us through how you were able to navigate your way through all of the trouble here tonight and still walk away with a great points day and a podium.
I mean, probably just luck and survival of the fittest. So I got junked out pretty early. I didn't use a fast repair early on when I should have, because yeah, I couldn't fix the truck enough at a certain point to where I could keep pace with the pack. But you know, under a green flag run, on my next fuel stop, I ended up taking a fast repair and decided to hold on tight with that car I had and tried keeping it clean up until the end. I've avoided a few more wrecks on that new car I took, and we just managed to shimmy our way up to the front. And you know, it's like 10 to go, and we're starting first row, second row maybe. I can't remember, but yeah, you know, it was just wanted to get it to a point where we could have the teammates up in the front and make it to where one of us could walk away with the win. But you know, the Mondays does 2 green white checkers for the races, so it ended up coming down to the fumes on that very last caution. But the run before, we kind of needed it to stay green, so you know, we probably could have ran away with that one if that wreck before the last one didn't occur. But you know, we decided to gamble and stay out at the very last restart, and hoped we would get like a quick yellow, which ended up turning out to be the case. So that played in our favor a bunch for me, Anthony, and I believe Mark was on the same strategy with us. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Mark though. He was riding up there with us too, so he should have had like a top 5, definitely a top 10 finish along with Vendetta there. But you know, we'll all move on to next week and hopefully get us in the top 5 wherever we go next. So yeah.
Oh man, again, congratulations on another podium finish. We look forward to trying to catch up with you as the season continues to roll on, so hopefully you have a good run next week, and look forward to seeing you a little bit further on throughout the season. So until then, my man, stay safe, and as always, keep it fast.
Will do. You take it easy, dudes.
All right, there you have it. Adam Kilday, driver of the 85, our third and final step of the podium. Dave, this one's done and in the books.
Yeah, done in the books. A little bit of a rough one. Cautions piled up a little bit. A lot of green-white checkered action there at the end. Putting the fans in the stands in a little bit of a precarious situation. I myself got to get ready to get up out of here pretty much as quickly as possible. So with all that being said, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here tonight, not just here on the Monday nights, but with OP each and every night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. From myself, Dave in the Cave, and KR, the Outlaw. We hope you have a great holiday season. We're going to kick things off one more time for you before we get to Christmas time, though. And if you don't have it marked on your calendar, remember, if you hit that little subscribe button and you smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, you don't have to write it down. You get notified anytime we go live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Snowball Derby action coming up for you, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But KR, another great Monday night to look forward to next week. This one is over. I got a flight to catch, so I'll see you next week.